Hey traders, checking in on the cryptocurrency space. There has not been a whole lot to update recently as ranges continue to tighten, but one thing that we do know is that we're about to see a break of these tightening ranges sometime in the next day or two. Let's highlight the key levels and get ready for game plans in both directions. So first things first, we got the S&P 500 at all-time highs. We've got the metals bulls showing up over the past couple of days. And we've got the dollar in a daily oversold bounce, cooling off the RSI, but certainly looks like a bear flag at this point. And we're going to assume it's a bear flag unless the bulls prove otherwise to us. So Bitcoin right now, we are in the tightening daily range, and we have been trading within the range of December 1st for 7 days at this point. As far as the short term, all I care right now about is, can the bulls confirm this hourly trend change? We have our low, high of the bounce, we're grinding EMA 12 resistance. If the bulls can clear 19,000 here, it's an hourly trend change, which increases the odds that we can remain in this tightening daily range for another day or two. So the ranges we're looking at are our high, low, lower high, higher low. Lower high is now 19,432, and the bulls are hoping that this is a higher low at 18,600 compared to 18,500. And again, if we get that hourly trend change back to the bulls, clear 19,000, then the odds that that is the case increase. So we have two scenarios here, and we need to have game plans established for both of these scenarios. Bulls have had tons of bottom fishing opportunities. Bears have had top fishing opportunities. Make bearish entries under resistance, make bullish entries above support, and we are going to flush and break this range in the near term with a volume spike. If we do see a bull move over 19,000, I'm going to look for the break to probably be, why even guess? There's no need to guess, but it's probably going to be tomorrow's Thursday, I would say within the next 36 hours. So my game plan is don't do anything, because I've got my no-touch positions. I've got my small re-entry of swing positions. If we break bullish, great, I profit. If we break bearish, great, I have a lot of cash where I'm going to be looking to buy weekly consolidation in Bitcoin. So I'm not really going to be acting on this short-term range breaking. I'm certainly going to be paying attention to it. But on the bear break, we zoom out. 16,200 is a support, and we look for a weekly higher low. EMA 12 is catching up. Next week, that EMA 12 will be in the low 16,000s. And tons of space for a weekly higher low to form. And of course, if it's a bull break, 20,000 and all-time highs are right there. And of course, we have to prepare for the possibility that we get a break and a lack of follow-through. A bear break and a lack of follow-through means potential weekly bull flag. A bull break with a lack of follow-through means caution for weekly consolidation. Dominance chart's not doing anything. It's just sideways waiting for this break. If it's a bull break, I would anticipate a bull break of this pattern, because Bitcoin will have attention on it again for that all-time high test. So we got our low, high of the bounce, higher low, and we've just been slowly grinding up, but still within this range with 6441 key resistance. And I don't really care what this chart is doing as long as we are in this channel between these two levels. ETH/USD also trying to form a daily higher low compared to 561.15. Hourly has to change the trend, which the bulls are struggling to do. And really, we need a 4-hour trend change back to the bulls if we're going to have confidence in that daily higher low. But it's doing the same thing as Bitcoin. We did break support by a couple dollars, and that's just because the Bitcoin dominance was stronger and Bitcoin held support and some altcoins broke support. Tightening up. Volume and volatility spike are imminent. ETH/BTC tightening up. Again, no information here until we break this tightening range. Support is approaching at 3044, and we've got a couple little lower highs recently, 3182, and most recently at 3146. Tightening daily range. And I would say as long as we are between these levels, I don't care what this chart is doing. Bull's trying to hold that support and remain sideways. XRP USD is a beautiful daily equilibrium. Bulls are making plays off support. Bears are making plays off resistance. Lower high is now set at 6288. And we're looking for a higher low compared to 585 to stay in this daily equilibrium. Again, on a bear break, we zoom out for weekly consolidation. And we look for a higher low. And on a bull break, bulls want to ensure they break multiple resistance levels, not just one level, and then into a pullback. Break imminent. Sushi USDT getting a little bit toppy, still in an uptrend and still one of the strongest names. This is the 12-hour, which has the most clarity for me. Just these clear little higher lows, and as long as they hold, bulls are just fine. Anything above 206 is another 12-hour higher low. One thing that has me a bit cautious is just the bull break with a lack of follow-through. So 238 broke, 238, and we got up to 250. So if I were going to be watching for a potential rising wedge, it would be something along these lines. That's a 12-hour rising wedge. So just need to be cautious. And on a bear break, we would zoom out to the daily chart, and we would be watching for a daily higher low compared to 182 if that rising wedge does indeed break bearish. YFI USDT, still grinding this daily EMA 12, although on the verge of losing it. Like the 12-hour here for a little bit more clarity. If we see a bear break of 26,100, that confirms the 12-hour downtrend. From there, we would zoom out. Don't forget, bigger picture, anything under the all-time high is a weekly lower high. Want to see an example from the stock world? And again, this is just where my library of charts in my brain flashes and says, hey, remember this? This looks exactly like this. DKNG, sports gambling stock, all-time high, significant weekly pullback. Lower high was set, and we did get some follow-through, and sector peers are helping DKNG right now, but we were watching for the weekly lower high. The bears got a significant amount of follow-through, a nice 15% drop, and it is the exact same setup as YFI USDT. No bear break here yet, but again, it's what we're keeping an eye out for. We're watching the pattern of a higher low every week, and when that pattern breaks, our weekly lower high will be set, and we'll then be looking for a weekly higher low. So it's all about that. What is it all about? It's all about 26,100 in the short term. As far as the weekly level, the most important one is 24,166. Other than that, everybody else is just tightening up, and we're watching for a break in the dominance chart and in Bitcoin for short-term direction. Get ready, it's coming soon. We'll check back in once the break takes place. Hope you have a good day and do good things. Greenhouse update. I thought we were going to lose the lettuce because it got down to the low 20s. This greenhouse doesn't really retain heat well, but I covered everything with the remake cloth, and it looks like it did pretty well. Cabbage is probably getting close. Garlic's popping up. We ended up planting maybe 400 bulbs of tulips and daffodils along the creek here with the help from Mod Jungle Funk from the chat room. It's gonna be good in the spring. Cabbage left to rot turns into an alien egg.